Well, shit, welcome to Freddy Fest 2015. Coming at you in your sleep. Coming to get you. All these different versions I got for you right now. I'm going to show you how it is. So, I'll show you what I picked up London yesterday. I went up with the intention of spending a bit of money. I was going to bring back some Play Arts Kai stuff, some Neca stuff, and whatever else tickled my fancy. I came back with that because they had nothing. Just a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Game of Thrones, all you can see, Game of Thrones. I don't like Game of Thrones, so I just bought him and came back home with one tiny little Neca figure. So, I'll show you what's going on here. I'll show you what's going on. This Freddy is by McFarlane Toys, and I've had him for many, many years. He's one of the first figures I ever got. And still to this day, it is a really, really cool sculpt. Let me just zoom in on him. Get a look at that detail. Like I said, still to this day, it looks amazing. Now, I'm sure you're thinking everything here looks perfectly normal, and that's a Freddy figure, as is, that's him. But his hand was absolutely just bunched over the years. Anyone who owns this particular McFarlane Freddy knows if you drop the figure, you're going to break some blades off the hand, and I always did. Tried to glue them back on, and he'd always fall again, and they'd fall off. And he had no hand, no glove, because it was just completely, that's it. It's no good. So he was in a bag under my bed, written off, never to be seen again, really. I just kept him because I couldn't bring myself to throw away the rest of him because it's also damn good. But this Freddy, by Neca, Part 2 Freddy, comes with two hands and two heads. One hand with the burnt hand with the blades protruding from his fingertips, and then this hand, which is the classic gloved hand, which I had to sort of bore a hole into his wrist. Sorry about the focus. If I can just get that to focus on Freddy, there you go. Yeah, so this hand has a wrist peg that I didn't want to mess with, so I just got a sharp knife and drilled a hole there. Well, did it manually with my hand, just sort of made a hole. And now this, if I can see what I'm doing, just fits in there nicely. Pretty secure. And this Freddy is back in the collection now. He's back from the dead. Managed to get him a new hand, new glove. He's looking good, and I'm very pleased. Let's get his hat back on him. The right way around. There we go. So yeah, this is my first ever Freddy figure, and it was one of my first ever figures, full stop. So to have him back is a very nice feeling. So yeah, went up London. This is all I came back with, this particular Freddy. So all they had that I was interested in, and I wasn't even that interested. I just thought to myself, well, I'll get it. I love the artwork that's on the packaging there. The jumper looks like the best one so far. Maybe I can swap that with my other favorite Part 2. This jumper looks a bit more like it was stitched in 1/1 scale. The stitching's too big for a figure of this size, kind of thing. It just looks a bit funky. I know it's based on the certain style of these old figures and stuff, so that's all good. I just think this jumper would suit that one better because I do prefer this figure overall. The head sculpt on this, if I can just take off his hat. I mean, that sculpt is Freddy through and through, all the way. It's absolutely dead on. They did an amazing job. The brain, gross. And the second head sculpt you get, which is right there, also amazing. That's the other one that comes with him. The only thing, like I say, is the jumper's a little bit funky, but you can make it look good. I think it looks pretty good there. But it's meant to be in Freddy 2, Part 2. He was, just like in this picture here, which was my favorite Freddy look out of all the movies, was Part 2. It just looked evil. So I'll just flick on the torch on the camera here so you can get a better look at some of the details. As I say, Part 2 Freddy's my favourite. Just really like the way this one came out. The artwork, the figure itself, the accessories you get, just really good for the price you pay for him. Unless you pay too much, but he was like £23, I think, when I got him. And for that price, he's an excellent Freddy figure. And don't forget, he also comes with this gloved hand as well, which I'm just using to sort of complete my McFarlane Freddy again. And the Part 3 Freddy, awesome artwork that comes with him. The head sculpt, I'm not a big fan of. It's the exact same hat, I think, as that one. It might be slightly different. In fact, it does look kind of different. See the way that one has a bit more of a sharper peak at the top. This one's a bit wider. So yeah, I guess the hat is different. Shut up, Dean. This one he's doing a completely different hand pose. That one's different. That one's different. So yeah, all the gloves so far, different poses.
So all new gloves for each time. Are the shoes the same? They look different color to me. Those ones look brown. These ones look more black. Trousers look kind of the same. These look more dirty. The stitching on this jumper is more obvious and kind of, as I said before, looks a bit more like it's a 1/1 scale jumper stitching rather than the stitching that you'd expect on something this scale. And this one is a bit more the kind of scale stitching you'd expect. I don't know if I'm making any sense. And over here we have my old Sideshow Freddy. And I wish some company would do another 1/6 scale Freddy and do a decent job on it. I really, this one doesn't stand up to the kind of stuff we're getting these days, quality wise and paint job wise and all that stuff. It just doesn't hold up. I mean, he still looks okay, but definitely time for a new Freddy. Hopefully, Sideshow will get on with that, or maybe another company will do it. But I really hope we do get one. I tried to repaint him, went horribly wrong. Forget about it. It's just not good. And here's the 30th anniversary Freddy. That's the box behind him. This one's all plastic and rubbery bits. Those are the two heads that come with him. There's also some other bits of accessories that I haven't got here at the moment. You've got the part of that face that's missing, the telephone with the tongue sticking out of it, maybe something else. This base doesn't come with this figure. It's actually from an old Robocop figure. But I really do like this one. You get a great selection of head sculpts. He's got really good posability, accurate jumper. Everything is all good, and it's got an amazing box. Nice artwork all around that one. Original film poster. So just come back here and let you get a better look. Just got them all lined up to give you an idea of scale. Then on any basis, I've taken all the hats off just so you can see. It's looking like these two are basically the same height. Proportion wise, in the way everything works, I forgot to mention earlier, I did actually take one, basically I cut this away. There was one more red stripe underneath the green stripe, and it was coming down a bit far, making him look a bit out of proportion, made him look like he had really stumpy legs. So I actually took away one strip of red material on the jumper there, just took it up a little bit. That's all I did. I did burn some of the fraying away on his neck bit, because his neck wasn't showing when I got him. He looked like he had like a turtleneck Freddy jumper on, basically. This one suffered from the same thing. I had to cut some of that away to reveal his neck. They look really funky when they don't have necks. You've just got to mess with the jumper a little bit to reveal the neck, and then the proportions kind of make a bit more sense again. But there they are all together. I've got to say, man, all these years later, that McFarlane Freddy is still amazing. If I can get the damn camera to focus. So then you've got someone really recent and someone very old. And I think they both look equally good. Very nice. Yep, definitely something funky looking about the part 3, which is him right there. Something very funky looking about him, but I'm glad I have him in the collection just as a, extra one to have. So there you go. Definitely, that's my favorite, even including the big guy. Even including him, I would go for this one. I just really like it. Might pick up another one day. I saw it yesterday and I thought, should I buy another one? So I can display the other version with the other head, the other hand, but I didn't. Silly me. That's a whole lot of Freddy. And another shot with them with the hats on again, just in case you wanted to see that. My eyes keep going to the Freddy Part 2. As I said, just something about that one. I really like it. I am going to try and swap these jumpers around because that is the better jumper out of all of them. But everything else is better on this guy. And, yep, I hope you enjoyed the video. I have 2 weeks off work, and I did intend to go nuts and do loads of videos, but The Witcher Part 3 has me by the cojones, and I'm enjoying playing that at the moment. I've also got to carry on with Fallout 4. What else have I got? Rise of the Tomb Raider. I've still got to finish that Assassin's Creed game that just came out, the one set in London. Got a lot of things to play, like all this stuff here, basically. Battlefront. I think there's a box missing, maybe the Witcher 3 box. Actually, yeah, that's the one. And that's what I'm playing at the moment. And there's some of my bits and pieces. Don't know why I'm suddenly showing you all this stuff, but these are my werewolf movies. Check it out. See, Bad Moon, Dog Soldier, Silver Bullet, The Howling. I know you're thinking, where the hell's American Werewolf in London? I need to get that film again. I did own it previously. but I stupidly traded it in once when I wanted something. So there you go. Yes, I did buy Jennifer's body. I mean, look at the damn steel case, man. I'm going to show you this. You know, I'm not a big Megan Fox fan or anything, but when it comes to steelbooks, it ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Forget about it. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer's body. Goddamn. That's what I got. Oh, and look at that. Original Street Hawk movie on VHS. Had that since I was a tiny little baby. Look at that. The real deal. That's my prized possession right there. Anyway. That's it. I'll be back at you soon. I will try and get some videos pumped out these next 2 weeks while I'm off. In between all the gaming and laziness. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed looking at all these little Freddy figures. I am glad to have them in the collection, and I'll probably pick up a few more as the years go by. The ones that catch my eye, I will pick them up and add them to the Freddy lineup. And I hope somebody makes a new 1/6 scale Freddy. This one may look okay from this distance, but trust me, you don't want to get close. Ah! It's not good. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you're going to pick one up, I would say pick up this one or this one. These two. You know, do you want the old plastic, the more sort of movie accurate, eye pleasing, nothing looks too funky version that comes with a lot of cool stuff? Or do you want the one that needs a little bit of work, but definitely is a special figure? Alright, check you later. Bye bye, sweet dreams.